to help this man and his companion renew the sacred vows which they took more than 20 years ago. This 20 years of married life has ripened into a love and loyalty and a devotion that has become a blessing to all who have learned to know them as friends and as daughter and son-in-law. 20 years of married life, they stand in our presence to bear witness to the fact that marriage is an honorable estate, that it is instituted by God, that it does signify the mythical union between Christ and his church, that Christ does make married life and home life happy and beautiful and sacred, even as he brought joy and beauty and sacredness into the marriage at Cana of Galilee, which he blessed with his presence. Yes, Paul of old, these loved ones are ready to give a testimony to the fact that marriage is an honorable thing among all men, and therefore is not to be entered into inadvisely or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, soberly, and in the Spirit of God. In this holy estate, these two persons have lived for more than 20 years. They come now to renew their covenant, their love, their devotion and loyalty to each other. In the presence of Christ, who has led them in the midst of joy and difficulty, they give to each other their heart, their hand, all that they have, and all that they are. Will you join her right hand, Brother Larry? God bless you. And Larry, 20 years ago, you pledged your fidelity to Donna, and you took her to be your wedded wife, to live with her after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony. At that time, you promised to love her, honor her, cherish her, and keep her in days good report and in days of evil report. Appreciate you doing that, sir. You also promised to be loyal to her, whether rich or poor, in sickness or in health. Will you, therefore, now, in the presence of God and in the presence of your family and in the presence of these friends that have gathered here, renew these vows and continue this devotion to her so long as you both shall live, even if it's 20 more years? Your answer, I will.
I will.
That's not quite strong enough.
I will. I will.
Contract for 20 more years. Donna, the senior daughter in the Lindsay family, for 20 years ago, you pledged your fidelity to Larry, and you took him to be your wedded husband, to live with him after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony. At that time, you promised to love him, honor him, got a red line and all of it, cherish him, red line, and keep you until him in the days of good report and the days of evil report.
Yes, sir.
You also promised to be loyal to him, whether rich or poor, when he get his pink slip, you still got to be loyal to him, in sickness or in health. Will you therefore also, Donna, now in the presence of these friends that you have gathered here, renew these vows and continue this devotion to him so long as you both shall live? Your answer, I will.
I will.
All right, that sounds pretty good. Larry, would you like to make a statement to Donna, and Donna, would you like to respond to his statement?
Yes.
My husband is a talker, so let me speak first. He talks more than I do. I just want to say that 20 years ago, I don't remember any of that. But I wanted to say it again so I could really hear it. In our 20 years, I told him, I don't remember saying any of that stuff. He said, well, you said it, so you gotta do it. And I thank God for God putting this man in my life. He has been a blessing to me. And I wish I could say from day one it's been perfect. I can't say that, but I can say that God brought us through every hard time, and then He enabled us to show us some good times. And I'm just thankful for Deacon Larry James Robinson.
I would just like to take this opportunity to share 20 years ago when I started this, we stood at New Calvary on Friday morning. And I was nervous. Fell out, rocking back and forth. And at that point, I had to ask myself and the Lord, am I in the right place, doing the right thing? But nevertheless, the Lord has blessed us. We've been married 20 years on Tuesday. And I thank God for this woman.
Thank you, Jesus.
Strong-minded, strong-willed. I know where she got it from. And one thing she told me, when we got married, she said, I love you. You got to serve the Lord. You got to say, I'm used to a man taking care of me. My daddy was a man, and that's what I expect out of the next man I get. I want him to act like my dad. He showed us love, what taking care of family should be, and that's what I'm looking for. So from that day forward, I've tried my best to be a respectable husband, a respectable son-in-law, to serve her, not embarrass her, have respect for her in ministry, in her walk with God. I have tried to put my best foot forward for my wife and her family. I do love them. Been through some hard times, some financial, some misunderstandings, some things look good, some one thing I'm blessed here to say. Overall, today, I had to make the grade out of the past before I come. So for the next 20 years, I am alone. The Lord let us be together. Try to do a little better than I did the first time. To all people who's trying to be married or want to get married, cherish your marriage.
Amen.
Love your marriage. Nurture it. Water it. Give it strength. Love it. Take time for it. And it will return unto you great things.
Amen.
Everybody standing. We are thankful that maybe we need to do this with all the married couples. This first time Sister Donna heard all of this. And I think that because she heard this, you ought to see a change in her. She probably didn't know what to do. And so therefore, forgive. And Larry and Donna, today you have renewed the vows and promises you made to each other on your wedding day. It is with pleasure that I conclude the ceremony of this renewed vows. I want you to realize that you becoming stronger. This will bind you and make you stronger. You help to look inside of you and see those things that was joyful and those things that helped to bring you where you are now. So I want you to celebrate this renewal of vows with a kiss and then join us in our service of Holy Communion.